and based on the advice we've received today about the increasing number of cases and the evidence of community transmission, it has been recommended to us that we move to a position by Monday where we will be advising against organised, non-essential gatherings of persons of 500 people or greater from Monday. Now, that of course doesn't include schools, it doesn't include university lectures, it doesn't mean people getting on public transport or going to airports or things of that nature. These events that we're seeking to advise against and restrict is for non-essential, organised gatherings of persons of 500 or more. Now, there will be many issues to work through between now and Monday as we get the precise advice about the implementation of that advice to Australians around the country. And that is what the HPPC will be working on, the National Cabinet, which will be providing and managing this response now on a weekly basis. We will be meeting again on Sunday to consider that further advice on the implementation of those arrangements. And we'll provide further advice at that point once those recommendations have been considered. Now, as we go forward from this point, it has been timely for us to meet today because clearly the coronavirus requires responses from all governments at all levels. And it is important that we act together. And I want to thank the Premiers and Chief Ministers today for their strong sense of unity, cooperation and purpose that has been present all the way through, as we've seen over what has been a very difficult summer where we've been working together on many other issues. And that is now transferred into the issue of the coronavirus. And so the members of that Cabinet is who you see before you here today. And we are going to be working very closely together to ensure there's a consistency of response, that there's a coordination of response. And we simply say to the Australian people that we will manage this carefully in your interests. What we're announcing today is just another step. It's precautionary. It's getting ahead of this to ensure that we can minimise the impacts on your health and we can ensure with confidence the ability for people to be accessing the health services that they and their families will need. The National Coordinating Mechanism, which I referred to before, will be feeding up to the National Cabinet every week, issues that can then be coordinated between states and territories. It'll deal with issues such as schools and universities and all of these types of things, prisons, which we haven't discussed today, practical issues about the management of the national response to the coronavirus. Each and every state and territory that is represented here is completely sovereign and autonomous in the decisions that they make. But what we've agreed to do together is to work together and be unified and to be as consistent and coordinated as possible in our national response.